Welcome back to DAGryffyn Hobby. My name's Dave. I finally did it. I broke my Menards Beta Santa Fe engine. I bought this beta unit from Menards in June of 23, and I've put it through some decent torture since then. I've left it out here running all day. I've pulled more cars with it than's probably recommended. It's always performed. Recently, while I was filming the Bill B's Holiday Boxcar Challenge video, I was going to pull a whole bunch of cars with this again, just to torture it some more. And I put it on the track, I gave it power, and it didn't go anywhere. I was surprised by that because it's always pulled a string of cars like that without a problem. Well, it still works for the most part. It just doesn't work as well. Electronics still work. I always figured I'd overload the board and burn it out by pulling too many cars, but it's not the issue. What did happen is the front truck was not powered anymore. The rear truck was working, the front truck not so much. These wheels do not turn freely when everything is working the way it should. And when I took this off the track to take a look at it, I noticed the front wheels were spinning freely. So I figured somewhere inside there was a broken gear. And that is, in fact, what happened. I took the front truck off, I inspected it, I found that one of the gears had cracked and moved on the shaft so that it was no longer engaged with the motor. I tried to push it back into place and glue it, but because the gear had changed shape just enough, it would bind with the worm gear on the motor. So that was no good. I posted on one of the Menards groups on Facebook, and I got some good recommendations. People had said that they had emailed Menards and gotten a new set of trucks sent to them for free. People had said that there were gears that were available separately, that there were particular gears that came from Germany, and there was a particular gentleman to contact, but that gentleman was no longer a member of that group. I figured easiest thing for me, and for most people, would be to just email Menards and see what happens. So I went to their website, I believe I clicked on the Contact Us link and sent them an email. I think it was less than 24 hours they got back to me asking for the order number and some information. I sent them that information the next day. I think then the next day they got back to me and said that they could send me a new truck for $19.95. I wasn't sure I wanted to put 20 bucks into this engine, but I was also pretty sure I didn't want to just trash it at this point. It still works fairly well. Since I would recommend to others to contact Menards and have them send the part, I figured I should go through with that, order the part, see how long it takes to get here, install it on the engine, and then see how it runs. So they got the part to me pretty quickly. It was $19.95 plus shipping, which was like $5. It got to me in like 2 or 3 days. So overall, that whole part of the experience has been quite positive. The wheels seem a little stiff, so we'll start there. I'll take a look at it, we'll lube it a little bit, see if it improves, and then install it on the engine and see if I can break another gear, because that's the fun part. I imagine if I broke the gear in the front truck, I will end up breaking the one in the rear. The new truck is newer than the beta unit. They said that it's the part that's on their current production engine. So is it drastically different? Is it the same thing? I don't really know. So I'm going to put that new truck on this engine and throw it back on the layout and torture it some more. See what breaks next. This is the new truck. At least it comes with the coupler, the side frames, and everything installed already. I think that's pretty nice. Should make it pretty easy to swap over. The one complaint, doesn't seem to roll very well. So I'm going to take some Labelle 107 and do a little oiling. Try to get some oil down on the axles. See if that helps. Maybe from underneath. Can't say it's made much of a difference. It actually rolls pretty poorly. My initial positive attitude here is waning a little bit. Seems like these traction tires are not in the best condition. And I have to say, just pushing it down the track, it looks horrible. It's wobbling and stiff. But since I have it, I'm going to install it, and we'll see what happens. At least on this beta model, the screws that you want to remove are the black screws on the bottom, and I believe there's only the 4 of them. There are 2 screws in here that need to be removed, one for power and one for ground. When you remove the one for the power pickup will come off. There's also a plastic insulator which needs to come out. This looks like a 3mm Allen, and then the truck comes off. This is where the gear broke. New one's still installed, at least for a little while anyway. And the only thing I need to switch over, other than what I've already taken apart, is the plow, or apron, or whatever you want to call it. Proper terminology has never been my strong point. And I'm going to put Labelle 106 down on the gear where it mates with the worm gear on the motor. Just hold the motor, flip the truck upside down, and put that Allen screw back in. Take the pickup with the plastic insulator, put it in place. Make sure you keep holding it. Have to put this insulator back in place. It only goes in one way. When you're screwing it back down, just don't let the red wire twist too much as you're tightening it. It goes for the black wire as well. The red wire goes through the center, and that connects to the center rail pickup, and the black wire is on the right side. And that's really all there is to replacing the truck. Now, whether or not it works well, it remains to be seen. Might as well throw the shell back on and try it out. The rear holes are slotted. The fronts are not, so put the front screws in first. And certainly do not over tighten them, because you will break the plastic inside. So that's an easy enough repair with basic tools. The only thing out of the ordinary, even a little bit, is the 3mm Allen for the bolt that holds the motor to the truck.
The air brake test was good, so let's get ready to move. Roger that. We are ready to roll.
Okay, well, I can't say I'm thrilled. It's kind of bopping around the layout, and it almost looked like it was going to derail at one point. Is it because of the traction tires, or is there something else going on here? Traction tires do not look like they're in the best condition. Also not a major concern, but this front coupler doesn't really stay centered either. Maybe I have a traction tire that will fit this okay. Don't need to remove the side frames to put the traction tire on, but why not make it easier on myself? Since I've got the side frame off and I can see the gears a little better, a little more Labelle on there. Using something like Labelle is good for this because it is plastic gear safe. Traction tires changed. Let's try it again.
5, track 1. Track 1 landing.
After I installed the front truck on the engine, I just was not that satisfied with it. It's a little out of round and bounces a little bit, so I emailed Menards again, and they said they'd send out another truck as soon as they could, and I got that new truck within a few days. So overall, my customer service experience has been very good. The problem comes down to, I think, the quality of the parts, because the second new truck also has a bounce to it, like the axle's slightly bent or the wheels are out of round. It's not bad, but it is something that I notice when I'm fixing an engine and then seeing how it runs. The second truck they sent me at no charge since I wasn't happy with the first one, so now I have 2 new trucks for a total of $24. So I'm happy with that, and the engine now has 2 brand new trucks on it. The goal was to get it working, and I've gotten there, and it works. I guess now the next goal is to torture it again and see what happens. I was talking with somebody who had ordered gears, and the price of the gears plus the shipping was going to be more than I spent. So, I mean, this was the easiest repair. Maybe now that I have extra trucks, I'll go about trying to replace the gears in those old trucks and seeing how that goes. But for now, the engine broke. I contacted Menards. I got a solution that I'm very happy with, and the engine's back on the rails. So I'm going to get back to torturing this thing and see what goes next. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on DAGryffyn Hobby.